Hey everyone, let's do an update. Let's do a recap of preseason week 2 for the NFL algorithm. Interesting week, some good things, some interesting things looking over the algorithm. So, a lot of people asking me questions. How do you use this thing? What do you do? There's a million things going on. So, let's try to go through that a little bit. What we're looking at here is the picks sheet. And we have a bunch of different slicers over here. These things are slicers where they're filters for things. So we're looking at every day except for Monday because Monday's game hasn't happened yet. We're looking at preseason week 2. So this thing over here, this is called the spread cover number. Or spread pick, like meaning do we like this team of reference on the spread, yes or no? And you can just click yes and you'll see all the teams that we thought were going to cover the spread. And the answer about how did those teams do is right here. We went 9-6 on the spread so far. And it looks like we had trouble up top with Washington, Tampa Bay, and Green Bay, but won a lot of other games. Look at that Houston game that was number 1 on Saturday. We predicted 21-13. It was 20-14. Fantastic. They were plus 150. Buffalo wins as an underdog. Indianapolis also wins. There's a lot of good in here, right? So that's how you look at just whether or not we liked a team on the spread. Well, what about if we liked something else? What if we liked a team by the projected score to win the game? How did those teams do? Well, right here under the opposing team filter, there's a little arrow right here. If you click this arrow, you can go to value filters greater than, and you can say we care about not the win score, but all the way down here, the projected margin of victory is greater than 0. If the projected margin of victory for this team over here is greater than 0, now you're only going to see where we projected this team was going to win by the score. And how did those teams do? Well, the answer is those teams went 10-5 so far this week. So that is also really good. Just having trouble with Tampa Bay and Green Bay and a lot of stuff down here. This was a really close game, sort of the Charger game. They couldn't come back. This was a really close game where we had the Rams winning this game by 1. They only lost by 1, but they covered the spread. All these teams covered the spread, it looks like, as is noted right here. These teams covered the spread down here. So also 9-6 on the spread. So that's how you look at whether or not they won by projected score. The other way to look at it is did they win by win percentage? And win score here. And those were not nearly as good. Or did we want to do that? Wow, is that right? We actually went 11-4 by win score? Is that right? Wow. Wow, I didn't realize it was that good also. So everything was good? You can sort this by win score. I didn't think win score was also as good. Sort this by win score descending. Yeah, we lost up top, and then we won all the rest of them. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Look at that. Fascinating. So, in a lot of ways, it was a pretty good week almost every way you look at it. Okay, that's good. All right, let's talk about Monday. This game hasn't happened yet. I did update the injury report. It's got an extremely close game. Now, normally you'd think the Saints would take this, but they don't have Drew Brees anymore. They're messing around with different quarterbacks. You can look at what their roster says and look at the Saints, New Orleans, and Jacksonville. Look at the comparisons here. Jacksonville has a lot of strength in the wide receiving core and different quarterbacks. Minshew, Luton, and Beathard. And the Saints are messing around with Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. So it's not predicting as many points as you would think. I'm guessing the under is probably a really nice play. I didn't look what the over-under was, but here it seems extremely close game. So taking Jacksonville with 4 points is what the spread line would say. So if we look at just spread covers, it would be Jacksonville because they're only supposed to lose by 1. So that's the prediction today. If you want to see the setup for preseason week 3, I'll be updating it by Tuesday and sending it out to all the subscribers. It's like $35. You get the next 2 weeks here, preseason week 3 and week 1 of the season as well, of the regular season. You get both of those, and then I'll be doing subscriptions throughout the season, starting in September, really. And what else is there to talk about? Yeah, we'll talk about preseason week 3. And I'll be doing a video about preseason week 3, but it won't be before the games. So you need to subscribe to get a copy file and see what the picks actually are when I do that. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Go. I mean, it says the Saints win the game barely, but Jax, it's a tough game to bet other than liking the under, because I guarantee the under is in the 30s probably. So I think an under here is probably a pretty good bet. All right, good luck, everybody. May I be winning.